What kind of tinnitus responds to body-based therapy? I'm often asked by people if having problems with the eustachian tubes or tinnitus that came about due to anesthetic or medication, whether this kind of tinnitus will respond to a body-based form of therapy. I think it's really helpful to think of tinnitus as an activation in your nervous system. No matter what the trigger is, whether it's stress, a car crash, a divorce, or an operation or loud noise exposure, the cause of it has gone and you're left with a resonance that's still buzzing in your system. This buzz or layer of activation has really been activated in your system because a part of you thinks, oh, what is this? Danger, threat, we need to sort this out. And your mind is really focusing on this. The nervous system is prioritizing this irritation as something really serious and important. And so you're really noticing it and hearing it. And it's also, of course, there in your system. But I think a really helpful way of thinking about this is body-based therapy, especially something like cranial sacral therapy, can tune into the layer of activation in your nervous system and help it settle. So long after the cause and the trigger's gone, you're still left with buzzing and activation in the system. And a sensitive therapist can tune in and literally feel this buzz and pulsating in your system. So when you're palpating along the auditory pathways and you're feeling into the temporal area of the nervous system, you can literally feel the buzz. And when the buzz between your hands calms and settles, then people often report the symptoms backing off. So it doesn't really matter what kind of tinnitus you have, the ongoing resonance or activation of it can be settled both locally by palpating into the specific areas that lead into tinnitus. So along the auditory pathways, anything going on in the temporal areas, the cranial base, the occipital area, the whole jaw, this whole level of a person's system can be really held, activated, stressed out, overwhelmed, buzzy, numbed out. When that's brought back into present time awareness, when the numbness lifts and the shock or trembliness really settles, then the tissues can open up, the tubes can open, the activation can really calm down. And when that happens, people feel deeply relaxed and the actual buzz of tinnitus frequently backs off. So it doesn't matter if it's an emotional cause or a chemical cause or a surgical cause or a medical cause, any tinnitus can be settled. I've never had a kind of tinnitus walk into my practice that when the buzz or the activation settles, people don't notice some intensity of the tinnitus backing off or something softening. And over a period of time, a cranial person can go into the local tissues and help those settle and globally bring you out of fight or flight, which brings your adrenals down, which helps the overall layers of activation settle. When that happens, the way you listen out for danger can revert back into peacetime mode. So you're no longer on tenterhooks listening to every last detail. You can switch off, relax inside the body. It's like you're lying back in a hammock, feeling calm and clear, and a loud noise can happen and you can just sleep. You know, you're wanting to get back into that state of well-being, ease, with the buzz and the overwhelm very, very much more settled.